Hi guys, welcome back. I'm also welcoming myself back because I wasn't here for a long time, and trust me guys, I really had a good reason. And some of you might wonder why I'm wearing these fancy gloves. Actually, this is my good reason. So here I am today, finally strong enough to talk about what happened without crying. So stay tuned. Later on, I will upload some pictures and videos of what happened. It is very disturbing and it is gross and it's not very nice, but when I needed help, when I wanted to find some people that were going through the same thing that I was going through, I could not find on YouTube, Instagram, even on Google. So I've decided to record my progress from the beginning to the end, so I can maybe help some people who are getting through the same thing that I was and I'm still getting through. I hope that no one will, but still, here I am. On 25th of March, it was just a regular morning. I woke up, I was on my phone, and then at some point I realized that I was hungry. So I've decided to prepare breakfast. A recipe that I had on my mind was my cousin's recipe. Just some regular baked potatoes with a secret step. So those potatoes can be even more delicious. So what I was supposed to do is to cut potatoes, mix them with seasonings, and then pour hot oil on top of them. Yeah, that's the catch, so they can get crispier and more delicious, and then leave them in the oven. So I cut just potatoes, I mixed potatoes with seasonings, and then I took jazva. You Balkans will know, but jazva is like a small saucepan. So I took saucepan, I put some oil in saucepan, and then I left that to get heated for some time, like a couple of minutes. And the time passed and I was waiting and waiting, to kind of hear that sound of hot oil, but nothing happened. So at one point I decided to turn off gas. I turned off gas. I took napkin because saucepan handle is short and it always gets hot. So I took napkin, gas was turned off, I took saucepan in my hand, and I was on my way to pour it on top of the potatoes when fire started. So I was holding saucepan, fire was getting out of the saucepan, and that was my first time actually being that close to fire. So I was so afraid, I was screaming. The only thing that was getting through my mind at that point was that my kitchen is made of wood, and if that fire catch the wood, it would be disaster. So how I was scared, I decided to put that fire under water. I turned on water and I put the fire under water. Most of you guys probably know, at that point I didn't know. I mean, my brain just stopped. But you can't ever mix fire with water. So I put it under water, and then literally explosion happened. I just felt like 1,000 degrees right in front of my face, and it was orange and black everywhere where I looked. So how fire was everywhere, my hand was getting hot. I couldn't hold that saucepan anymore, so I just opened my hand, and that oil with fire spilled all over my arms and on my thigh. I was screaming so loud because that pain was just something that I never literally, guys, felt before. It is, oh my god, girls will know, but when you iron your hair and at some point you need to touch your hair, and you touch it and it's so freaking hot. That hair iron has 200 Celsius and the hot oil is around 400. So basically It was freaking hot. So I went to emergency. That ride from my house to the emergency was the longest ride ever. Basically, it was like a 15 to 20 minutes ride, and I thought it actually was like 1,000 years ride. I was holding my arms through window, letting the wind, like keep them cold. So we arrived at emergency. What they did there, of course, beside thousand of medications that they gave me nerve blocker in both of my arms. It's something similar to anesthesia, so they gave me nerve blocker to keep my arms numb for about 6 to 10 hours. That happened around 3 o'clock, so not the breakfast thing, but the nerve blocker thing. They gave me around 3 p.m. So I've calculated that around, like 9-ish, I will feel that same pain again. And I was so afraid of it. And I was just thinking that I will again feel that pain until tomorrow morning, when I was supposed to go to burn specialist. Thanks God, I was under some medications that they gave me, and I was drinking medications on every 3 hours from the moment when I left the hospital. So I could not feel the same pain, but still it was hurting. My right arm was totally numb, but my left arm, which was the one that is burned more, wasn't 100% numb, but still I felt more pain in the left arm than the right arm. The next morning I went to burn specialist. He took all the bandages that they put back in emergency, and from that point all the way to now I'm dressing my arms. The thing is that because of the coronavirus, I could not go to the hospital every day so they can do the dressings for me. The doctor was afraid for me to get infected, my arms to get in touch with the virus and everything, and I was supposed to do all that here at my place. So I will tell you what I was supposed to do back then, what my doctor actually prescribed, what he was prescribing all the way to now, and then of course I will keep you updated with the changes in the future. I will show you how my arms are looking now. So here it is. My arms are literally like this now, which is amazing. I will compare some pictures later on so you can see how they were before. And I am wearing these gloves now because they, I'm just moisturizing my arms, and I don't want them to get infected. So here, this arm is kind of, you will see more in scars. But this looks so great. Every day, guys, it's getting better and better. Trust me, I wasn't thinking that actually skin can get recover that fast. I was thinking that I will have this for like 2 years, but actually my skin is recovering so fast. Here, guys, I still have dressings and gauze, and as well as on my thigh. Some part of my skin here and my thigh is totally dead, so I'm kind of softening that skin with some of the medications that I will talk about right now. So what I was supposed to do is, first we take all the gauzes away, cut the gauzes, take them away. Then rinse everything with just the cool water. And then with a special soap and sponge, I was just like going gently in circles and cleaning all the gels that were left. When we finished with that step, we rinsed everything away. And then we were supposed to put some yellow gauzes that are already mixed with like Vaseline. Those yellow gauzes we mixed with one more antibiotic. The name of that antibiotic is BACITRACIN. So we mix the yellow gauzes with the BACITRACIN, like, you know, we'll mix them like that, and then we put the gauzes all over the burned parts, and then we wrap that with just the gauze. So we were doing that for about, I believe, 3 weeks. So from the third week we changed the way we were doing dressings. So now we were still doing the same thing with the yellow gauzes, BACITRACIN, but we added one more gel. Gel's name is SANTYL. That gel we were supposed to put just on the white part of my skin. You remember, guys, that I was talking that some of the skin is you know, dead, so that part is white in color. So here and on my thigh I was supposed to put a very thick layer of SANTYL, so that SANTYL can kind of, you know, take that dead skin away. I was doing everything the same with SANTYL, BACITRACIN, yellow gauzes. So we put the thick layer of SANTYL, we put the yellow gauzes with BACITRACIN on top of that, and we wrap that with gauzes, just the sterile, regular white gauzes. From the third week, when he prescribed SANTYL, my hands were getting better, so I wasn't supposed to put any more dressings on my hands. So he gave me these gloves, and then I was just supposed to moisturize my hands with regular moisturizer. I bought AQUAPHOR. So I was just keeping my hands moisturized. I was moisturizing them for about, let's say, like 5 times a day. After a week I ran out of SANTYL, so doctor saw that my arms are getting better, so he prescribed MEDIGEL. MEDIGEL is made of manuka honey from New Zealand. That honey is proven to get skin softer. So basically we weren't doing any more of SANTYL, but now instead of SANTYL we were putting manuka honey on top of the white skin, and instead of BACITRACIN we were just putting just the regular moisturizer on the reddish part of my skin. And then we just took the regular yellow gauzes that I was talking about, but without any antibiotic, without any BACITRACIN antibiotic. So we put the yellow gauze, and then on top of that we just wrapped that with the regular white sterile gauze. We were doing that kind of dressings all the way till yesterday, when we changed the things again. So now I'm doing the same thing with the MEDIHONEY and AQUAPHOR on my thigh, but now because this white part on my arm is even worse than on my thigh, and it's very hard to take that white part away. So MEDIHONEY was not that helpful for those 7 days. So my doctor told me that I'm now supposed to return back to SANTYL. So now I'm doing the same thing that I used to do before. I'm putting a thick layer of SANTYL on the white part of my skin, and then I'm moisturizing the red part around the white part of my skin with the AQUAPHOR, with the yellow gauze, and then the sterile white gauze. And I'm still moisturizing my arms regularly, washing my hands finally, and then doing my makeup and everything that I was not able to do for 3 weeks. So finally, guys, I'm so very happy that I am back to normal again, that I can do stuff. I can't still, you know, carry heavy stuff, but I'm getting to it. I will also upload some before and after pictures so you guys can see what I was getting through. I was very scared before, guys, that I will have, you know, lots of scars and everything. But how time is passing, I don't care about those scars anymore. Thank you guys for watching. I hope all of you are safe and healthy, and keep washing and moisturizing your hands, and I will see you in some of my next videos. Thank you for watching.